What has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In a single year, probably about 13 million.
How long have you been a business owner for?
15 years. I spent roughly $500,000 on learning to sell, learning to market, going into masterminds. I turned that into $33 million.
When it comes to the way that people look at money, what would you say is the biggest thing that separates the middle class from those who really end up building that wealth?
Okay, hand me that bag. See this little bag right here? If I said, I will sell you this bag for $1,000, what would you say?
Probably not.
Okay, that is how a poor person thinks. A rich person would ask, what's inside? Because what if I had $100,000 in cash in this bag? You just lost $99,000 because you simply didn't ask what's inside. Rich people, they worry about what they get, not what it costs. And when they understand what they get, they understand what they stand to lose. Wow. Poor people never ask what's inside. They never ask what it's worth. They just ask what it's cost. That's all they care about, and that's why life goes by and it costs them everything.
What would you say has been your secret to sales though? Like, how have you been able to consistently sell tens of millions of dollars throughout your career?
You want me to tell you how to create a personal brand that sells in 30 seconds? Yeah. Okay, so here's what you do. First, what is the most enduring personal brands of all time? Superheroes. Why superheroes? Because they clearly stand for and against something. A strong brand is when you know exactly what you stand for, exactly what you stand against. You make a list of the top 10 superheroes. You list out what they stand for, what they stand against. You can easily get this list by asking ChatGPT. You pick the one that you resonate with the most. Then you modify it to suit you. I picked Iron Man. I changed it to Iron Dan. Tweaked it. Now everything you say, everything you do, it has to fall in alignment with for or against. As long as you do that, you can't not have a personal brand. You literally have to have a personal brand, even if you don't understand what a personal brand is, because everything you say fundamentally goes for or against something. Like, for instance, I'm against ignorance. If you're a business owner and you have never read the shareholder letters of Steve Jobs to his company, if you've never watched the Steve Jobs presentation, then I'm sorry, I don't take you seriously as a business owner, because you are not even remotely trying hard enough to grow a business. So, like, you're just a schmuck.
Wow, Dan, my man. That was phenomenal.
This year I crossed the stage doing over 25 million. I got the same watch on, but it was a time in my life where this watch meant everything to me.
How long have you been a business owner for?
I've been in the entrepreneur space since 2006.
Throughout your career as an entrepreneur, what has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In a single year, I want to say we did 18 million.
Now, I see the shirt, recession-proof. What's the blueprint to creating a recession-proof business? Because you can't control a pandemic. You can't control when the economy goes to shit.
Everything has to make money 3 or 4 ways. Any business that you have should make money 3 or 4 ways. So I tell people, listen, it doesn't matter what you're in. You should have at least 4 verticals to your business. Always you should have a digital product, you should have some kind of in-person event, you should have the product or service or whatever it is that you actually do and specialize in, and then you should have some kind of program where it's like an apprentice program or a high-level mentorship that's 25, 50K. It doesn't mean that you have to make millions off of each, but just say you got a 50K mentorship program and you take 4 people a year. That's an extra $200,000 to your business revenue, to your bottom dollar. So those are things that you want to be mindful of when you're actually building your business.
As an 8-figure entrepreneur, what's been the best financial advice that you ever received throughout your career?
Wealth is not determined by a dollar amount. Wealth is determined by the way that you're structured. See, what wealthy is that you can make $100,000 a year and build wealth. You don't need to make millions. It's not a dollar amount, like I gotta go make X amount. You have to realistically, it's a numbers game and a percentage game and a growth game. If you can make $100,000 a year and you can save, 25% of it, 20% of it, but then you also, the part that you spend, hey, I got a mortgage, but my real estate portfolio, where I'm investing into real estate, how much equity is growing? Is my investment portfolio, my insurance, the income that I make, if I can divide it properly, this is the way that we make wealth. It's not a dollar amount that I have to go out and generate per year. It's what I do with the money. That's what separates everybody. The difference with the middle class and the wealthy is that they get educated on all of these different verticals, so that way they can make sound decisions when it comes to it.
Marcus, that was phenomenal, bro. What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I own a marketing agency. That's my primary business. And I basically run ads on social media. And pretty much anytime you click on anything and you buy it on your phone, it's because of me right here.
In the last 12 months, how much money has your business generated?
In all my companies combined, we've done about $25 million total on the year.
When it comes to the way that people look at money, what would you say is the biggest thing that separates the middle class from those who really do end up building that generational wealth and becoming financially free?
The number one thing between the rich and the poor when it comes to how they perceive money is the poor or want to keep their money. It's like acorns, like squirrels. They take all these acorns, they put it in a tree. There's only so much fucking room in this tree for acorns at the end of the day. The rich people do the opposite. They take their money and they find ways. They treat them like an army of soldiers, right? Every dollar is a soldier, and they go put that soldier out to go and make more money at the end of the day and multiply. And I've never been scared the last 5 to 6 years to go and spend all the money I have to go build more businesses, to go make investments in my future, in my brain, in my company, whatever it is. Whereas I see all my friends that stay in the same spot, as much money as they make, they sit there and they hoard, and they always play on defense. And I'll tell you this, whoever's listening, you'll look back in 20, 30 years. If you play your whole life on defense, saving and just trying to cut costs and cut corners, you'll look back and you'll really regret how you played your life. I think if you play your life on offense, you're a go-getter, you try to fucking shoot big, play big, roll the dice on yourself, I think you'll be a lot happier with the decisions that you make.
For somebody who is stuck in that cycle of poverty, what are some actionable first steps that they can take to really get serious about creating the life that they want for themselves and becoming financially free?
I'm gonna give you a story. When I was 21, I was making about $150K a year in a sales job. I quit that sales job to go work a $30K a year job. And the reason I did that was because I understood at that age, I could learn, I could invest in my brain, and I could learn enough information from 21 to 29 that just in year 30 alone, I can make more money than all my friends made those 9 years. And so the problem is when you're young, you see a lot of people making money and you want to chase money. You want to find a job that's paying more. You want to do all these things and just chase money, money, money. But at the end of the day, if you change that perspective and you chase knowledge, information, skill sets for that, especially that beginning part of your life, when you get to the age of 30, you can make more money in that 1 year than you made the last 9 years and your friends made the last 9 years. And it's only going to keep compounding. So take every bit of time that you have, every dollar that you have at a young age, invest in knowledge, information, masterminds, YouTube video, online courses. Don't listen to your friends. That shit is not a scam, dude. That shit has absolutely changed my life. And in this last 12 months, I've made more money than I have the last 9 years of working every single day because of those skills that compounded over time. Give me that shit, bro. All right, final thing. If you're sitting on your couch right now, you're sitting in your car, wherever the fuck you are watching this video right now, and you're not where you want to be in life, you got to understand, you got to look yourself in the fucking mirror and know it's all on you. It's on no one else out here. So get your ass off the phone, open up some books, watch some courses, and get your ass in the game. And let's start making some dollars, baby. Peace.
How long have you been an entrepreneur for?
This is going on my 8th year.
What industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
So what I do is I teach individuals and entrepreneurs how to start, grow, and scale any business by way of leveraging credit. So I created a software that leverages Metro 2 compliance with artificial intelligence. And anybody, no matter what your credit scores look like, what's on your credit profile, you can use this software with a click of a button, upload your credit profile, and it'll do all of the work for you, bro.
What's the number one lesson you've learned about entrepreneurship that you'd pass on to someone that they cannot learn in school?
I think that we all fool from a society standpoint that we feel like college is like the way to go. But it's like when you look at it, you learn it from somebody that's making what, $40,000 to $60,000 a year. So that means that they can only teach you how to make $40,000 to $60,000 a year. So what I realized is that when I graduated college, that I didn't get the right knowledge and information that I needed. So I got a mentor, and I actually paid this person $55,000 for the year. But this person helped me scale my business to over $5 million a year.
That's incredible, man.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: look, what has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
In a single year, this is actually going to be our best year. We're going to finish by about 8 figures, probably about like 10, 11 million.
Give a credit hack to the people out there.
Yeah, one simple thing that most people don't know about is you can add trade lines, which is considered authorized users, to your credit profile, and it'll boost up your credit profile because it's positively affecting 4 out of your 5 credit metrics. So we're talking about adding a line of credit. Let's say you own, I add it to my credit profile. Let's say if it's a 20-year, $10,000 Discover card, right? If I add that to my credit profile, then it boosts me up from, let's say, a 600 to a 700. Now I can go get access to $50,000 to $100,000 in credit. So now I can go start and grow and scale my business.